Hello, everybody. This must come to an absolute shock, but whatever.
What's up, peeps?
Oh, okay, I'm on comment. So, anyway, it'll take everybody a few minutes to get it. The comment section knows that, like,
Well, yeah, and
the rest of the rest of YouTube
you
probably
put the
doesn't.
link on, in the group chat and Twitter.
Well, yeah, but they don't usually pay attention to much what I write. But, nonetheless, so I have a few more to staple. I'm handing out to a few people. People can pass them around in town. I hate when paper sticks together. It drives me nuts.
I know. I'm really careful when that happens because I don't want to give myself a paper cut.
I'm never lucky enough to have paper stick together when I'm getting money out of an ATM. But
Oh, hey, Darth. You want to come on with us?
oh, as long as he
Oh,
promises
you're on a
not,
phone call right now?
he is
All
not
right.
allowed to wheeze on here. Every time I hear that, I have to wheeze. I can't.
I think it's
It's
funny.
like chalkboard. It's like nailed on a chalkboard. I cannot stand it. I cannot. I have to mute it every time I touch it. I'm like, oh my god. Like, not
It's
trying to
funny.
be mean. I will just try not to be funny. That's all. Or he can hit the mute button if he cannot, you know, hold it in like something. Oh, yeah. I guess I turned out a little bit. I'm gonna find the patience, quite frankly. There we go. That should be the
All
last
right,
of it.
the multi-gunman's here.
Multi-gun man! Hello, darling. He always comments that he's sad when he misses my live streams. Usually at work, and very few times I am live, it's usually during the day. How is it going? Oh, well, a lot of corruption in Oklahoma. I basically am trying to see what like international laws there are for the way Oklahoma's been handling the whole death row situation. So I think I found something. International, yeah, uh, yeah, the Convention Against Torture. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of like international treaty sort of thing. And it even specifically mentions that even states sometimes think that they can bypass that rule because they did not on a federal level, but it specifically says they cannot bypass it just because they're a state. So why not? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? They'll tell me to go fuck myself. Wouldn't be the first time.
Mm.
My daughter was supposed to like write down stuff she's thankful about Chris for or something like that, or something funny. She was like, "I'm so grateful to have you. I'm so glad you're not homeless." Oh, you're definitely gonna need some soap and water. You still are. You got probably shadow. We're happy to say. She decided to. Oh, let me see. Go get my bag. But even more like go get a pack of cigarettes and a bag. That would be fucking funny. That's so messed up. They must have went to get milk. They probably will. Otherwise, me and Adrian will have to go track them down. She wrote on the bottom of it, "I'm glad he never went for a glass of milk, or went to buy, milk and not come back." Because she's heard the jokes about someone going for a pack of cigarettes and never coming back to the kid. So that was funny.
Hey,
Hello, Eli
Sherry.
family. Hello, Sherry. How are you doing, darling? I'll give everybody a little highlight. There. Well, I make this highlight the greeting. That everybody feels they have been noticed. I'm rusty at. I'm sorry. But anyway, so I got all that stapled together to hand out tomorrow. I'm gonna keep one copy for me, You can. I don't know who would hand it to him. Oh, Chris is in there. Wait, I have so many trimmings. Yeah, either once you're just gonna. Oh, usually he asks me to just. You have to let me do it. Ah, you are so gonna be grounded. That's a little better. Please for what? Try to stay out of trouble. Well, yes, it means that make an actual effort to try to stay out of trouble. All right.
What trouble part to be?
All right. In that case, make sure nobody has anything illegal in the car or their pocket. Just make sure. My daughter's getting to the age where she wants to go and hangs out with friends. I'm not ready for that. We'll see what we can do.
How's your night, Sherry?
Okay. Well, we'll see what we can do for you, hon. Anyway, so have you seen any good movies lately? Without us?
Any good movies? Let's
I don't know. I'm
see.
trying to think of conversations. I really thought me stapling paperwork was going to take a lot longer.
Let's see.
Not that that's entertaining. Oh, Sherry's in bed and can't sleep. Girl, welcome to the club. We're all like this.
No kidding. I wish I can go to sleep right now, but I can't.
I'm jealous of those people who can just like lay in a chair and just nod off. That's like a superpower.
You know what? You know, if I have a big meal, I have a hard time not try to nod
Oh, it
off.
doesn't matter what I eat. It does not. I could eat a whole fucking turkey because it has something I think called tryptophan. Still will not knock me out. There was one time when I decided because all right now granted disclosure just because you get over the counter doesn't make you safe, so don't make that mistake in general. But melatonin, I've never heard of anyone having a bad reaction. I took 6 pills of that one time to go to sleep. Still did not fucking work.
That is a lot.
Well, remember, I was also prescribed 10 milligram Ambien for a while, and I'd take some, and it would work, or it would work a little, and then like over the course of a month or two, this is before they start cracking down on things like Ambien. I was up to taking 6 of those a night, which is 60 milligrams of Ambien, and it would still be hard to sleep. It would help me relax a little bit to maybe get to sleep, but I'd sometimes still be up till dawn. And I was like, what a waste of fucking money this is. So quit taking it. Pretty much it requires like horse tranquilizers to take me down.
Sherry says had the Rona months ago. Side effects are
Insomnia.
insomnia.
Honestly, lots of things can be like I don't necessarily. I don't know. They're really trying to add all these side effects of Rona on when honestly it could be stress, depression, uh, there's all kinds of issues and stuff that could lead to insomnia. Lots of tough time at work, deadlines, relationship issues. Anything can add to insomnia and stress. Honestly, most sicknesses usually weaken your body and make you want to sleep more, not less. Usually, so there actually is a sickness specifically that makes you tired. I believe I don't know if there's like I don't know if it's the official name or just the nickname. It's called the African sleeping sickness. It makes you like almost dang near narcoleptic, from my understanding. But that's not a disease I've really studied up on because it's not what I'm inclined to run into. I wouldn't imagine. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm not used to. I want more people on here. It'd be kind of fun. That way, at least if I'm not talking, other people.
No, I put the word out on Twitter.
Oh, that jinxed it right there. That's what went wrong. Okay. Remember I told you if we tweak the live stream, it thinks that. Yeah. Although we have way more people here than I thought for a DNA Jinx, to be honest.
I wonder how Darius is feeling. He's probably feeling exhausted from
Why
the
are we talking?
10-hour stream he did yesterday.
Oh crap! Hey
Yeah, you were
Jedi Bill.
you were on there, but
I
you
know,
were
but I
like,
didn't know it was 10 hours. I
well,
must have got in like less than half, more than halfway through.
yeah, and
Jim Henry, I'm trying to be governor, not mayor, but thank you.
you were like after that you kind of like asleep the whole time.
I was really quiet because you guys were talking about shit I had no way to give input
Hey,
on.
Jedi Bill.
There was Doctor Who. I have nothing. The only thing I know about Doctor Who is it's the 13th Doctor and something about angel statues that come out and you need to blink.
The
That's
only
it.
th- I'm not really familiar with Doctor Who. The only thing I'm familiar about is that blue telephone booth. That's
Yeah, the
it.
phone booth thing that travels around. Yeah, there's that. That's about all I got. That
Yep.
that's the extent of my knowledge.
Yeah, and I'm not really familiar with Star Trek either. I'm more like a
I
Star
like the Star
Wars.
Trek movies, but that I don't think that's what they were talking about.
I'm
And
more of a Star Wars fan.
I am okay with Star Wars, but like I actually have no problem. I actually like the newer ones a little more than people would want me to admit. I mean, it's not one of those movies I watch a lot. I've watched it like I don't think I watched it like once. And the only reason I did is because so many people on YouTube were freaking out so bad. I was like, all right, let me go see what the fuss is about. That's the only reason. I wouldn't have watched it if they hadn't fussed so bad. But they did, and I was like, all right, let me go see what this is about. I'm like,
TARDIS is the name of the phone booth from Doctor Who.
oh yeah, that's a TARDIS. Okay, I knew that actually.
I did not
I've
know
heard,
that.
and that's because I've seen people with like little stickers that says TARDIS or like the little beanies and it's blue. It's got the little thing on it. Like I've seen it around, so yeah, I forgot. I did know the name of it, but it's yeah. I got my elections confused. It's all good, Jen Henry. It's all good. Oh, I feel like stress smoking. I shouldn't. I feel like it anyway.
You know, when I get stressed, I eat.
You already killed the chicken.
Huh?
Oh, I got one of those well, actually, I got two rotisserie chickens from Walmart. They're like $5 and already cooked. Those are
Yeah,
nice and
but
tender and just fall apart.
my
Nice.
weakness when I get stressed, I tend to eat sweets.
Girl, I had to make my own sweets. I made my own little like green tea latte.
No, like I mean like baked goods, ice cream, stuff like that.
I don't have any, or I would be.
I know
Because
it's
let me
my
tell you what, I would give my left nut for like a strawberry Danish right now.
yeah. It's a struggle for me. Like, you know,
I need someone to follow me around knocking bad things out of my hand.
yeah, it's a challenge for me.
Whoa! Oh my goodness, Jim Henry, I'm so sorry. Oh, holy crap. Oh. Well, I'm trying, but like I'm kind of poor, so it's really hard. Although I was able to buy some of the folks' food, there wasn't like a whole lot of people. It's really difficult because a lot of people in one spot because you don't want to leave anyone out. But there was like 6 or 7 people in this one spot in this one particular encampment, and so I was able to cover that. Plus, I ran into a person who was asking somebody in the drive through. They were like, well, it was way to the drive-through. I think he was just coming out of the drive-through, considering. Anyway, but I saw him talking to this guy in the vehicle, and the guy, I see the driver shaking his head no, and I'm like, I have a general idea of what's being asked. So I walk up. He goes, "Are you getting something to eat?" I'm like, "I'm thinking about getting something. You are too. Come on." I was like, but I told him I didn't have a lot of money. Because one, I don't, and two, because if I'm gonna buy some burgers for other people, I can't spend it all on one person. So got to ration a little bit. Whatever the reason for their situation, they all deserve help. Right? Yeah, and that I wish I had been able to live stream it. Oh, I could have, but um, uh, Frank Urbanic asked me not to, very politely, because I thought it'd be good to kind of get an interview, get people's story, and he kind of politely, he was like, nah, let's give these people their privacy. And I was like, Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I saw that. I'm glad you
Yeah,
actually
but I did take a picture of him and me together so people could see that he did keep his word, and then a picture of him, having a conversation with one of the guys in the encampment. That way they could see he was actually there, like he kept his word, but not live stream it like I was gonna, so people could hear the stories. But oh, sorry. When you said having been homeless for a bit, I thought you meant like you've been homeless for like a month or so now. Like that's how I took it. I was like, holy crap, what happened? But it's been a while. Okay, I'm glad you're doing better. I was like, oh my god. Ooh, I added too much honey to that. Ugh. But yeah, but we started kind of, we think we've kind of sort of deduced what's been going on. I mean, granted, there are some people who just choose to be homeless, kind of. And I say that because some people just want to be kind of free spirited that way and be able to come and go as they please. So that's a small majority. There was one guy who technically does qualify to be able to go to a shelter, but he has a dog, but it's not really registered as a support animal. So they won't let the dog in, and that dog, he said the dog is his only family. I mean, and I get that because I mean, if you had something that loves you unconditionally, no matter what, you wouldn't want to leave it outside while you had shelter and it didn't. So he chooses to live outside until he can find a place to stay where his pet will be allowed, his dog. And it's a very quiet dog. I've never even heard it bark. Like he's pretty quiet. He's a curious dog. Like he'll snoop around bags and stuff. But like he doesn't bark. He doesn't. Yeah. Like I don't see a reason why this animal could not be indoors. But yeah, he was. The people that are supposed to be helping the homeless, they do very minimal of anything. They're not helping them find jobs. So a couple of people were like, "Yeah, we want jobs, but like we have no way to get there, and there's no temp agencies close to here." And I forget the name of the place, but he goes, "Such and such place isn't helping you with that." And he's like, "They're like, no." I'm like, "What if they're helping just enough to keep them here? So the more but if they got rid of the homeless problem, they would be out of work, and and the funding would stop coming in." Like, and he's like, "I think you're onto something," because they get fed once a day. And I also explained that to our candidate. I was like, and think about it, because there's like a moth in here, the audacity. And because one of his concerns is these people have mental health issues, for instance, that they don't take medication. And it's like, I was like, to be fair, a lot of medication requires you having food before you can take the medication. If they don't have food, medicine, or any access to food until like 5 o'clock, that doesn't do well for things like antibiotics, antipsychotics, antidepressant. Most of those require at least milk, this and that, and they're not. And one thing that first got his attention is this particular McDonald's near the encampment. There's locks on it that only you can get a key from the counter, and he was surprised by that. He lives in a more affluent neighborhood, shall we say? So he was like, "What's wrong with these doors?" I'm like, and he looked at the sign and goes, "Get the key from the counter." Do they have problems with these bathrooms? I'm like, they're not fond of people being able to come in and wash their hands and wash their face without paying customers. And he's like, he kind of looks surprised. I'm like, yeah. And I told him if some of these buildings had like outside spigots, like you would connect a hose, it would probably help that at least they could wash their hands, wash their face, wash their kids. But that's not an option because they want you to be a paying customer around there, or you're not allowed in. And he's like, oh. And one guy said that he would love to work and did for a bit until the work ran out. And he said that he wants to apply, but he has nowhere he can properly get a bath or a shower, and is embarrassed to go and try to apply when he feels like he smells. And like this was, and so like this was giving him a new perspective on things. He's like, you could tell he could see his little wheels turning. Like he was seeing things a little different. Like he just thought they were all just crazy people living on the street. Not quite. And a couple of people were like, "Yeah, I mean, we don't ask much. I mean, we would like to have at least maybe a porta potty or two, and a dumpster, so we could throw our trash away. We do try to clean up our trash." And he was able to even point out there was a couple of large clear plastic bags full of garbage. Like we do try to clean up around here. Sometimes the wind blows it, and we have to go collect it again. And I can attest from the last time I was there, they have cleaned the place up a bit themselves. But apparently the cops are running them off from that area, so they're going to have to relocate somewhere else. And he asked them where they were going to go, and they were like, we don't know. And he just looked like he didn't have words for that. And I'm like, and so, yeah, he seemed to be pretty annoyed with the services that he was thinking about cutting aren't actually helping those people like he thought they were. He thought those services were helping the people, and they were just choosing to stay and choosing to abuse the system. He realized the system isn't doing their job, and he's like, "Oh boy." I'm like,
Hello,
and like I
asks
said, I mean, there is, huh?
hello, asks the cheese gaming.
Oh, hello, Cheese Gaming. How are you? Oh, yes. To be clear, it's cool. Yes, some people want to be on the streets. Well, sometimes people just want to feel free and be able to come and go as they please. Some people, I mean, our long ago ancestors used to kind of live that way. You
Hey,
know, nomadic.
Kronos.
Oh, hey, Kronos. Oh, crap, you're alive. I know, it doesn't happen much. It doesn't surprise people, but figured, why not? But yeah, I mean, there are some people who maybe are just naturally nomadic and don't want any brick and mortar home. They want to be able to travel as they please and go to different places. Some people are just that way.
Hippie
So,
lifestyle, I guess.
huh?
Hippie lifestyle.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there have been tribes all over the world for eons that would, just carry the stuff they had on their back and go travel to different places. So some people may still just have that instinct in their blood to do so. I mean, as long as they're not hurting anybody, I mean, fuck it, why not? There's
Yeah.
one lady, like, I mean, she might as well just be given citizenship at this point because you have to show a state ID to get any of these services. And one guy's from he has a ID from Virginia, and he's not had the money, and he might have lost his birth certificate, which means he needed an address to have it sent to him. It costs sometimes about $40 because that includes the shipping because it means that shipping is so fucking fabulous. $40 I had to recently get a certificate sent to me, and then you have to have the money to go get your ID, and so he doesn't have all that, so he can't. Since he doesn't have an Oklahoma ID, he doesn't qualify for some of the services. And there's one lady there from Taiwan, I believe, and apparently I don't know how long she's been here, but they as far as they know, she's been on the street for 20 years. She's a thin, weight of a little thing. I mean, she looks like she must be close to 60. And she was out there with her like little makeshift like little pile of stuff, like and had it balanced right and had like this little metal thing. It was cooking like rice and all kinds of food. But it's like right there. We're like, and I kind of looked at him like, there's a lot of ingenuity out here. And he's like, like I guess so. So she was cooking her own food right there and everything. I was like, dang girl. But yeah. So yeah, it gave him more to think about, and he was like, I was like, do you think we should perhaps visit these shelters that are supposed to be helping those places? And he's like, I think that sounds like a great idea. I think that should be what we do on the next visit. I'm like, that sounds good. I can bring some stuff to donate to them, some products perhaps to get overlooked, or at least a few. I might hand some out to the females I see on the like in the encampments if I see them. That way it goes directly to them, and they don't have to deal with the shelter's bullshit if they don't have a state ID. Like if a woman walks in there and is like, "Hey, like I need some girl product," you should not ask them if they have state ID. Just give it to them for fuck's sake. Really. So I'll just hand it out, and if I have any left over, then I'll give it to the shelter. But I told them I can donate some clothes there, and while we have our foot in the door, I'll start asking them some questions. He thinks that sounds like a good idea, so we'll have to figure out. You should see Los Angeles homeless encampments on the sidewalk all over the place. Seemingly no help despite the mayor pledging millions of dollars to help. Most likely, it's going to administrative costs, overhead costs, probably lining a few pockets. Oh, I forgot. I should have told. I remember a factoid all of a sudden that I wish I had remembered because because friend Galanic asked these people, does the Red Cross not help you? You know, I should have mentioned to him that the Red Cross, the CEO basically of the Red Cross makes like last I heard 400,000 a year, and that was probably about. My mom told me that, and my mom's been gone since 2012, so his pay may have increased, and other costs, administrative costs, may have increased. So by the time that money actually gets to the people, it's probably a dime on the dollar that they're actually getting. That's why I would rather just actually hand food or money directly to homeless people than to give it to charities that supposedly help homeless people. LA social service is already way overburdened.
I feel like that's everywhere across the US, really. Social services being way overburdened.
Well, that's because there's kinks in the system. The money is not going where it's supposed to, and people aren't doing the jobs they were hired to do. They're not doing it properly. I think that's kind of what's going on because they know as long as there's homeless people, money will keep coming in. But LA, I'm guessing, let it get out of control. It now is so beyond their control. They're like, oh fuck.
No
They're
kidding. I
still
mean,
making that money.
s- uh,
I'm sure there's.
several
Huh?
years ago, I was in San Francisco, and nowadays I hear how, you know, there's literally a crapshoot now. Tents on the sidewalks, people
LA
taking
and San Francisco.
taking a dump on a sidewalk. Like, this is just horrible.
It might be like a. I don't know. The encampments I went to, they did mention that they sometimes have to use the bathroom outside. But this guy said that he has a shovel, and so they'll like go, when they need to, they'll go to a spot, dig a hole, all proper like, do what they got to do, clean up, and then cover the hole back over. Which is what you would do if you were out camping in the wilderness anyway. So, like where I was walking, I could see there was no. I mean, there was a dog there. There was not even a sign that a dog had been using the bathroom there.
I
So
don't know who told me this, but there was like some kind of app in California that literally tells you where people took a crap outside.
I'm not surprised with an app for everything. Although that's hard to keep up with unless the person is updating it themselves.
It's like,
Yeah, I just did this over
do
here on.
do we really need this?
Girl, I don't know.
You
There's
heard?
like a real crap shoot.
Chrono says I heard of that app.
There's a lot of weird shit. I'm sure Cronus has heard. Cronus is an unusual one, but I wish he had been okay with me filming. But I mean, I do understand why he didn't want to feel like we were exploiting the homeless people. He was like, let them have their privacy, and I'm like. And one of the good things about him, and you can tell he's like a little like weirded out a little because, like I said, you can tell he comes kind of from an affluent background, so I don't think he's ever been up close with homeless people in general, except maybe when they're his clients because he's a lawyer and it's for defense, not prosecution. Yay! So he tries to save people from trouble. And he's had clients from all walks of life because he's even occasionally done pro bono work, which I think almost all lawyers at some point have to do. And so, well, I mean, he said court appointed, but that's the second base for same shit, really. And yeah, so, but other than, in jail or whatever, this is probably the most interaction he's had with homeless people, probably. But, I mean, start warming up to them, they'd reach, put their hand out. He didn't hesitate to shake their hand. I was glad to see that. He looked a little nervous at first, but then started kind of. There was one person where, like, there's like the random dude was like, "Oh, yeah, if you want to know about us, I'll tell you." He was a little more straightforward than some. I was like, I was handing out some burgers, and I heard a piece of glass break, and me and oh boy, we were looking, It looked like a little piece of glass pipe about this long, kind of about this big, and it had kind of a frosted look to it. And it took me a second. I went, and I got to look, and bless his heart. I think yeah, I think it took him a minute. I was like, he was trying to figure out what that was. I had a fairly good guess what it was. I'm like, dear, you might want to put that away. That's probably not something you should be seeing in public. He's like, yes, ma'am, sorry. I was trying to hide it when I broke it. And I'm like, paraphernalia. And so I was like, so I was like, here's some food. And he admitted that he does do drugs. The homeless guy. The, he's one of the few that choose to be homeless. I know. He says he does it partially because he doesn't feel the need for material things. Although I feel like that would probably be seasonal. Fur. But he doesn't feel the need for material things. He's pretty much just happy with his backpack, with his clothes, and his bicycle, and that's it. And you know, and when our candidate realized that that was drug paraphernalia, he was like, "Why do you do that?" He goes, "Well, it helps me stay awake, get stuff during the day done during the day, and it helps me stay up at night so I can keep an eye on things, make sure people aren't breaking under people's tents and stuff." And I'm like, but he wasn't acting like he was on drugs at all, which I pointed out to him because he seemed surprised. And I was like, yeah, I mean, yeah, some people are drug users, some aren't, but as you could see from that gentleman right there, he was having a completely clear and coherent conversation with him. He's like, I noticed that. What drugs was he doing? I'm like, well, if he hadn't broken the pipe, I might have been able to tell you. Because if it had a bowl on the end, most likely methamphetamine. If it was just a straight pipe, most likely it would be crack cocaine. Most likely. I'm not sure which one it would be. And he's like, oh, I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. But although I must admit, for either pipe, having one that's about almost an inch diameter is kind of large. Like, so most likely it had a big bowl on the end, probably. But either way, when you use it, it would still leave the same kind of like light white frosted pattern on the stem of it, basically. Chris asked me, like, how do you know it's not a weed pipe? Because I've been around potheads too, and that resin's different. That would have more of a golden color to it. Kind of like if you smoked a cigarette. You ever smoked a cigarette and blew through a napkin? It has that goldish color. It'd be like that for weed.
I don't
So that,
smoke.
I'm sure you've seen people do it. All right, you at least know that smoking, like weed or cigarettes, leaves like a brownish residue. Like some people have to clean the walls of it.
Mhm.
Okay, so if it had been a weed pipe, it would have had more of a golden color. This was a white frosted color, so it wouldn't leave. Although economically, not the crack cocaine, but the meth would probably be more likely to be used because it lasts longer and you're more likely to stay longer and it's cheaper technically for how long it lasts. So that's probably what he was doing, most likely. But we weren't there trying to hassle people. And he didn't even really, like, he seemed like he was kind of migrates through the different encampments checking on people. So I've seen old cigarette commercials that did that. Old cigarette commercials did that. What? Oh, so the brown color it leaves? I'm guessing that's what he's reading. Hey, Dave Myers. Hugs to you. Sorry, I meant to say hi a second ago, but I got wrapped up in my head and remembering what I was trying to say. And yeah, but yeah, we weren't there trying to hassle people or anything like that. So, and one guy there apparently he apparently got his ribs broken. He was on a, he said he was on a skateboard, which is the weirdest thing because the guy looks like he's at like close to 50. I'm thinking, you're on a fucking skateboard? Dang. Impressive. But apparently he got hit by a car. And I was like, did they take him to the hospital? And they were like, yeah. But they didn't really keep him. Or I was like, did they put any bandaging around his ribs to at least help try to stabilize the ribs? And they're like, no, they just made sure he wasn't bleeding inside or whatever, and they just took him out. That's it. I'm like, this guy needs a wheelchair. And they're like, yeah, he does. Because, it probably sucks to try to walk, broken ribs. And, of course, poor Frank Urbanic, he looked kind of horrified they kicked him out, basically with not even any gauze or any elastic bandaging around around the ribs that stabilized. I mean, it wouldn't hardly cost them anything to do that. But I would have given him, but I didn't have any. Although maybe if I can, oh shit, maybe I can tomorrow. I don't know. It's gonna be kind of tight because I need to go to the doctor tomorrow, get a refill on my medication, and might be able to stop and get bandaging, maybe. And then I don't know, but there's like this protest they're having at the Capitol tomorrow. So I've seen a lot of that skateboard scooter there. It might have been like that. He just said it was a skateboard. I didn't ask. I didn't ask him to show me or anything. Actually, yeah, that reminds me. I'm gonna go Craigslist. Sometimes people give away things like uh, uh, wheelchairs and stuff. So I'll see if there happens to be a wheelchair. If there is, I can take it to you. So let me check real quick. Or at least it's like a cheap one. Maybe someone's selling it for cheap.
Earth says he just bought a new mountain bike. Nice.
It just like these a mountain bike type driven. That's nice. Whatever people can be around without paying gas or bus. Well, there. I bet it wheelchair is one word or two. Let's find out. Fuck you. Paying $1,800 for a wheelchair. $65. $60. Give me more weeks. Wow, a vintage one. $100. Good lord. $25. That sounds way more reasonable. It's an Edmund chair for $25.
I want to put a link in the chat, but I don't have a wrench.
Oh, let me fix that. Let me click on this so I don't lose that. Okay. Alright. Give me a minute. I'm trying to figure out what it does. Do you have the most recent link?
Huh?
Do you have the most recent link? Wait, what kind of link are you talking? Hey, John Doe.
Just want to share a link of Jedi Bill doing Insomniac Soup a little bit later tonight.
Oh.
Hey, Sasha.
You're streaming. Wow.
I know, it's weird. I decided what the hey. I was just taking paperwork. I'm like, why not? Okay, hold on.
Hello, Maura. Hello, Raquel.
Hugs to you, Slasher. We've missed you.
So what's going on in the world?
Right now, I am dropping a link. Well, I'm going to be dropping a link.
Hello, Kronos. Jim Henry. Bill. Mando.
Oh,
What?
No, never mind.
Do I want to what?
I am about to drop a link. Hopefully they still have it. If y'all want to donate so I can get a $25 wheelchair for that guy with the broken ribs, y'all totally can. If you want to donate extra money so I can maybe replace my tires, that would also be appreciated. Just saying. But, thank you very much.
Who got their legs broke?
Someone got the ribs broken. Some homeless guy today. Apparently he got hit by a car and the hospital didn't even give him like bandaging for his ribs. Anyway, but yeah. I can send a message and make sure they still have it. I mean, it's not fancy, but it might help him, a little bit. So, yeah. So reply. Let's see. Go email. Fine, show the fucking email, whatever.
Moira, are you wearing eye makeup?
Yeah, apparently so. Still, yeah. I know it didn't happen much.
No,
I don't wear
I've
makeup
never seen you wearing eye makeup.
I
I
don't wear
must have.
makeup
I
this late at
used to.
night.
I think I used to back in the day. Come on, come on. Oh, okay. We're gonna be a dick like that. All right, fine.
Where's everybody else? Everyone sleeping right now?
Who knows?
I guess so. I don't know where. I guess everyone's tired from the long ass stream last night.
Who?
You know,
Darius is?
yeah,
Wait, how much longer did he run?
10 hours.
He fucking ran a 10 hour. Darius ran a 10 hour stream. What?
Yep.
Wow.
I still don't know how I even make it on the last hours because I was about to fall asleep at the end of it.
10 friggin' hours. Jesus.
Right. We've done worse. Oh, as bad. Not in a long time though. All right, I'm emailing them to see if they still have the wheelchair. Oh, Carlos, you're sweetie. Yes, Raquel has a wrench. I just had to scroll up far enough for her meow to be able to have two
Yay!
names with her. Anyway, so yes, if y'all feel like sending money, that would be awesome. I hope they still have the wheelchair. I need to clear out my email. I try to clear it out every day because I don't want to be one of those people that have like 1,000 emails they haven't checked. Drives me nuts.
Anyone seen that new Chucky series?
God,
No.
I saw the
No,
preview. No, it's so
I
much no.
have
Some
no
things should
interest.
not be made into a show. I mean, the last movie didn't even do well. I don't know. So why they thought that? Hey, the last movie didn't do so good. So why don't we really just take it all the way and make a series out of it?
I didn't even like the very first Child's Play, so
Hey,
why the hell would I want to
great. Those are awesome.
continue watching it?
Right? Yeah, I can't believe they made a show out of it. Like, I'm sitting here like waiting to turn 6 seasons of Outlander. The only thing that's getting me through is also knowing that they have started working on season 7 already, and I'm pretty excited about that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't stand well. Do not stand and have the MS box. Like,
It's like the remake of Candyman. Why the fuck would I want to watch the remake of Candyman?
oh my god, did they?
Yeah.
God.
Does it really surprise you?
I suppose it shouldn't. Alright, let me,
Lower Decks. Is that Star Trek?
the Star Trek cartoon, yeah. Some of these wheelchairs are expensive. $25 is the cheapest I found. It's one of those very basic minimum ones you get like from the hospital. It's not fancy.
Okay, wait. Does it sound better with the headphones? I put my headset on. How's it sound?
Alright, yeah, it does sound a little better. It didn't sound bad before, but this does sound a little more
It's
clear.
like Rick and Morty. Not my thing.
Never seen an episode.
No, I'm not really into Family Guy. Those kind of cartoons. And I don't know, they just don't appeal to me.
I don't know.
Oh,
I like Family Guy and American Dad. It's weird. Like I like them, but I don't like Seth MacFarlane.
yeah, Seth MacFarlane is kind of, but his stuff is great.
But
I
him
don't I
himself, yeah, there's something about him himself when he puts himself on screen and stuff. I don't know.
Actually, he's not bad in the Orville.
I've never seen it. I watched a little bit of that fucking cowboy comedy he did. Oh God,
Oh
I
my God, A Million Ways to Die in the West. That was so weird. That was
I
such
watched.
a weird. I
I don't
promise
even
you, the Orville is way better than that movie. I
uh
promise.
because I don't even know
Way
if I
better.
got through 10 minutes of that one. What was it?
Yeah,
6 million die? Oh, a million ways to die, or 6 million ways to
A
die in the
Million
West?
Ways to Die in the West.
Mhm.
I can't believe Liam Neeson was in a movie like that. That's
Yeah,
a
that
little
was
weird.
actually pretty surprising to see him pop up in that.
Yeah, it's a little weird. He played a bad guy. Like,
it's weird to see Seth MacFarlane voice a teddy bear. Ted,
Oh, Ted.
Ted the teddy bear.
oh my God, I forgot he did that. Man, he's been busy, hasn't he? Good Lord. I didn't even think about him
I'm
doing
okay.
that.
I'm okay with the Simpsons, but I don't know. But this one cartoon, I just can't really stand. SpongeBob.
Oh God.
That's
Oh my God.
completely understandable. All
I
right,
just
so I
remember
found
back in the
another
day.
wheelchair and it's $50. So that can be like a backup wheelchair if I cannot get the other one, I guess.
I just remember back in the day babysitting my niece and having to sit there and watch that with her. Good God.
Oh, flesh, rest your soul.
All those Nick I hated all the all right. SpongeBob, Doug,
I
um
like Doug.
I like
Rug,
Doug. Um,
Rugrats. I hated all of them.
I didn't watch
Rugrats.
Rugrats, but I
Hey
like the bit.
Arnold.
Oh, Hey Arnold. I hated that one too.
Real monsters. Yeah.
Okay, that one I didn't mind too.
Yeah. I used to watch those when I was a kid. Then I switched to more
Cartoon Network.
uh no. I really got into Dragon Ball Z
Uh,
right
uh,
after that, and got into more anime stuff.
See, I never got into anime either.
Mm. Anime is really yeah, it's pretty good. I need still
And
to check
when
out.
I say anime, I mean the Japanese style,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like
You should check
Attack
out
on
the
Titan and all that shit.
I haven't seen it. Haven't seen Ghost in the Shell either.
Oh, the
Cowboy Bebop. I've
That
never
is
done.
good. I highly recommend that. Watch the anime one. Do not watch. I wouldn't watch the live action one. To me, live action anime just doesn't work. In my opinion, the only exception I would say does not include that is Alita the Battle Angel.
I tried watching that the other night and I fell asleep. I mean the movie.
Mm-hmm.
There have been a couple of movies I've been trying to like fall, like not just fall
oh,
asleep but lay on the couch and watch.
thank you, Dave Myers. You are awesome.
Oh, you donated some money into PayPal? Thank you.
Yes, you're so awesome. I didn't know I was about to go get the link, and that I don't get notifications for it. I have to actually go manually into the uh, PayPal. I don't have the app for it. I go to the web page because there's one to have the apps that one little phone can hold. So I've probably got like 12 pages that are open on this thing. Like, oh yeah, I'll see that because yeah, 30. But it's awesome. So I will. Yeah, I already emailed them, so hopefully they'll. I sent them my number so they can just hurry up and text me and tell me if they have the wheelchair accessible or wheelchair available or not. Some people sell stuff and then like don't bother taking the ad down. So that will be awesome because. Oh, happy birthday, Jim Henry!
Oh,
Wow,
happy
someone is
birthday.
British.
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday and hugs. Terrible. Anyway, hopefully those people write me back and I'll be able to get the wheelchair for the guy. Thankfully, it's one of even though it's kind of one of those lame ass ones, it's just a plain one. They also they fold up nicely and it'll fit in the back seat so I can take it over there much easier. I only have a Hyundai Elantra, so it's not like I have a whole shitload of room in the car. But at least it will help. And hopefully, when he doesn't need it anymore, well, that's a long charger. Smart. Then hopefully, like, if someone else in the encampment need it, he'll hopefully share it. Because they oftentimes do share stuff. Like one of the homeless girls, I had mentioned that I had washed my hoodies and I couldn't find them, so she would dig into her stuff and try to give me one of her hoodies. And I
A
told her I don't think
homeless
it's
girl. A
yeah,
homeless
she was about
girl is gonna give you a
yeah.
hoodie.
They're apparently they're very sharing. They're like you know like I like one of the areas we went to, one person was uh, had collected like a bag of food and snacks and he gave it to the person. He goes, just go through it and take whatever you want. It's okay. Like, don't worry about it. And like, so you can like see them sharing stuff and helping each other, giving each other things they want or need. And the girl also me a hoodie, but she's like this tall, or my daughter's taller. I told her I was like, my build, I don't think it would fit. But thank you so much, but and besides, I think my hoodie is probably somewhere in the house. I'll find it. And so again, we came home. I found the hoodie had been tossed on my couch. So I'm like, I wonder where that came from, but okay. I hadn't seen it in about a week. I washed it like a week ago. That bit of laundry I washed like a week ago, and it went MIA, and then it reappeared on the couch. So apparently someone found it somewhere and put it here. But either way, though, it was really sweet. Though she was going through her stuff and tried to give me a hoodie. I was like, oh, I told her thank you, and she gave me a hug. Well, it was really sweet. Corona says I'm only a kid. I'm only 45.
I'm
That makes,
probably the
that makes me feel a
youngest
little better.
one.
I'm 40.
I'm probably the youngest one right here, right now, because I'm in my early 30s.
Youngin, get off my lawn.
Watch the Orville? What's the Orville?
What?
It's Seth MacFarlane basically doing Star Trek with
Yeah, it's
comedy.
similar to Star Trek. It's really funny though. It's really good. I like it. It's just like I didn't they have their final season or are they doing it some more?
I don't
Like
know.
I
I've seen commercials for it, but I never watched it.
oh it's hilarious. I gotta see if whether Amazon or Netflix or something has it, and we'll have like a private viewing and let y'all see it. That it's so fucking fun. There's some episodes that are better than others, but yeah.
Well, that's every show.
Okay, that's fair. Well, some more than others, but this is for the most part pretty good. Like for a while there, like I was binge watching as much as I could till I ran out. I was like, no.
It's like I don't really know how shows go, like new shows go now, but it used to be like the first season of a show was pretty rough, and then they'd kind of find their bearings as the
Right.
like the first episode, the first season of Married with Children, the first season of Seinfeld, stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. First season of Family Guy even was kind of rough. I mean,
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
drawing.
Same thing. Yeah,
It
same
got
thing with the
better. It
Simpsons.
got better.
Same thing with the Simpsons. The first season of the Simpsons, everything looked so fucking like the animation was rough looking compared to
Yeah,
what it became.
but apparently it went well enough. They were able to up their game a little. New season drops March 10th. We've passed that.
Do you mean 2022?
Yeah,
I
but
think
it's
that's what
already
he.
passed.
I think that's what he meant.
No season 4 greenlit yet, but I think it'll happen. I certainly hope so. That would be. Maybe he meant dropped this past March. Maybe. Now I'm gonna have to go look 'cause I don't know. But either way, like I've got to show y'all that. Yeah, it is. All right, you're right. It is
All right.
2020.
Yeah.
But yeah, that shows. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good. And I'm kind of cynical. I'm kind of
I'll
like
have to check the trailer out.
oh yeah, that will give you a little bit of an idea. But a lot of it is so funny. Like like Star Trek had Data, they have this robot that does not look like a person at all, just like this like chrome-looking robot. Well, it's like brushed steel, brushed nickel, whatever they call it. Anyway, he's trying to learn humor, and he's trying to understand why the crew members play pranks on each other, for instance. And so he decided to play a prank of his own. And this poor guy, one of the crew members, wakes up with his leg missing below the knee, or something. He goes, "You think this is funny?" Apparently, he was able to you know, give him pain medicine and cauterize and properly remove the leg, so like it didn't hurt him. But he was waking. He's like, "It's a joke," or something like that. Cause I maybe even just heard something with him a joke about pulling someone's leg. But anyway, he decided to take one of the crew members' leg. So the poor guy had to go to sick bay. They had to reattach the leg.
Hello, Zachariah.
A little bit. Isaac, yes, that's the name of the robot, Isaac. Yeah. Hey, Zachariah, what's up, baby? How you doing? But yeah, I wish I could show y'all on here, but we just trouble. But and then all right, so when's the soup start?
12:30.
Oh, well, shit.
I think it does. Let me double check.
Oh, they were able to grow him a new leg. Okay, that okay. I knew that he ended up with a leg at the end of it all. I didn't remember if they reattached it or not. They even hid the leg. Like the leg was hidden, and I think it was hidden in the ceiling. And so
all right, I'm wrong.
The leg just falls down on the desk and scares the crap out of
it.
everybody.
It starts in 5 minutes.
Oh dang! Oh. Hmm. So who wants to go attack Jedi Bill's channel in a nice way? Considering what's been going on, I should probably clarify that.
What, you're gonna raid him, or you're gonna end your stream and
Well, I mean, I don't know. Been on for an hour. I'm a little rusty. I don't know. Maybe steps.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do y'all think? What do y'all think?
Well, it's up to you.
Well,
hey, I just showed up. I don't think I'm gonna go to another party if I get kicked out of this one. So.
we're not getting kicked out. Party moving is not akin to getting kicked out, honey. But maybe to make Jedi Bill feel better, well, I don't know. Let's see how many people he gets. If he ends up another full house, then we could probably just hang here, but spy on his chat and say hi to him there, and that way. But if he's not got a whole bunch of people, we could probably chill with him until he does. We could probably do that.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the Akira movie, I would highly recommend it.
I've never even heard of it. What is it?
Which Akira?
The animated movie.
The very
Akira.
first one.
Oh, that's why I haven't seen it.
The very first one. Okay, yes, alright. So when it comes to anime, those are the two movies I like, Akira and Fist of the North Star.
Which one? The first one?
Yep. Never saw any of the Fist of the North Stars after the first one.
I need to write something down. I know I will forget shit.
I think I seen the first Fist of the North Star movie.
Oh wait, there was also a terrible live action one in the 90s.
I haven't watched it.
We can pretend that didn't happen, just because sometimes.
You know what? Which movie I pretend that did not happen? Dragon Ball Evolution.
See, I was never into Dragon Ball, so.
A god awful Dragon Ball movie. Don't watch it.
Oh, it's like
He goes, "I'm mostly dirt, but not totally dirt." Nobody thought you were totally dirt, John.
It's like how everyone bitched about The Last Airbender. Everyone who was a fan of the Avatar anime, they said The Last Airbender was shit.
Well,
Speed Racer was
I haven't seen the Last Airbender live action movie, but the Dragon Ball Evolution was just awful. First of all, Goku's not a high school kid. He's a kid who a space. He's an alien that lands on Earth and has amnesia because he hit his head on a rock, and it was raised in the woods with his grandpa. Gohan. Nothing to do with high school and stuff like that. Yeah, I would not recommend watching Dragon Ball Evolution if you're a Dragon Ball fan.
All right, well, that's every property that Hollywood gets their hooks into. So they're gonna try to transform it into their own shit.
Unfortunately.
Every single property they get. We're going to be getting Alien and Terminator movies made by Disney, so
Oh.
prepare for the worst.
Oh Lord.
I never got past the first Terminator movie.
I-
I just remember the ending scene of the Terminator getting crushed by some machine and trying to reach out for this woman. Yeah, that scared me as a kid. I'm like, yeah, I really don't want to find out what happens next.
Oh, I don't know if that. Wait, I don't think Disney got their hooks in Terminator. They got Predator and Aliens. I don't think they got Yeah, eventually, they probably will try to get the Terminator property. There are a bunch of monsters buying up everything, but they're making a Predator movie that supposedly they stole from a fanfic. I saw a bunch of shit on Twitter that they were pointing out that because they're calling the new Predator movie, they're just calling it Prey, and supposedly they stole the idea of it from a fanfic. But Predator 1 and 2 were awesome. The Alien movies, they were hit and miss. Like the first Alien movie was okay, second one was awesome, third one was blah. Alien vs Predator, the first one was
I
wasn't
haven't
great.
seen the Alien films. I'm not really too keen to see some alien burst out someone's stomach.
You know, it's not like that's going on the entire movie in every movie, though. No. Yeah, Jim Henry says, "I like Predator, didn't care for the others." You didn't like Predator 2, Jim Henry? I like Predator 2 because it was different. It was like,
it was in a city setting. It was very
yeah.
interesting.
I like the change up of him in the jungle to him in the city. I did like that.
I haven't seen the first Predator movie
I like
with
I
Arnold
like the
Schwarzenegger.
Predators as well. The one
I'm
that has the guys
somewhat
from
interested in checking it out.
the Predators with I think that has
Oh
Topher Grace
God, oh God, I hated that one. Where they're on the planet, where they're on
I
the
liked it.
Predator
I thought it was
planet.
very interesting. I liked it.
You know what? I liked it up until Lawrence Fishburne came in scene.
Dude,
And
yeah, I did not
like,
like seeing Lawrence Fishburne acting like a crazy person. Although if you're in a
yeah,
forest alone by yourself, hiding from hunters for a long time, that will make you nervous. But I
I
didn't like
know,
seeing
but
I didn't like seeing him in that capacity.
and also I don't like Topher Grace.
I'm not necessarily a fan. I don't like or dislike him, but it was so weird to see him play a bad guy. It was so weird.
I feel the same way when he was playing Venom.
Venom.
That was just
Oh yeah, that is weird.
odd.
Okay, I never watched that, so I didn't think about that when I saw him in Predator.
I don't really see Topher Grace as a bad guy.
That's why it's so weird.
I just usually see him as this funny dude.
Dirty little
No,
stoner.
you know what? I could see him as like a fucking Joaquin Phoenix and Gladiator type bad guy, like the sniveling bad guy. like the sniveling,
I didn't
like
think Joaquin Phoenix was a sniveling bad guy in that one.
in Gladiator. Yeah, he was a sniveling little prick in Gladiator. You never saw Gladiator?
I saw parts of it. I know he's a piece
Parts
of
of it,
shit,
not the
stabbed
whole
him in the
thing.
ribs so he could win. I know
Yeah,
that, but
exactly.
I didn't. But not the sniveling, like whiny part. Like I didn't. I didn't see all of Gladiator. It's not really my thing. Someone had it on. I saw parts of it.
No, nothing was wrong with Gladiator, Kronos.
No, no. It just said it
Joaquin
wasn't my
Phoenix
favorite
is a
thing.
fucking
Really,
prick. Joaquin Phoenix was a fucking
his
your
character
typical
was a great in
asshole.
the film. Is what he said. Oh my god. What am I doing? What am I doing?
And at least they didn't make a Gladiator 2.
They'd have to find a new guy.
Or a Troy 2. See, I like Troy better than Gladiator.
Never watched it.
You never saw Troy? Oh, shit.
Not my type of thing. I'm really not
Nope,
a
I
Brad.
haven't seen it either.
This may
So
shock a lot of people, but I'm really not a Brad Pitt fan.
Oh, I'm not
I
a
like
Brad.
I like
Ah.
Snatch when he's
I'm-
that pikey bare knuckle boxing champ.
I don't know. I'm like meh for Brad Pitt.
I don't like particularly run out and see all his movies. I'm just saying that was a really good one. It is.
Now if YouTube lets
Okay,
you
there you go. Orlando Bloom and Troy. There you go. He's worse than Joaquin Phoenix in Gladiator. Because Orlando Bloom and Troy is a fucking little prick who starts the fucking war and can't fight it himself. He starts the fucking war
That's most of our politics.
and he can't fight it himself. And it costs Eric Bana his life because Eric Bana is his brother who's like fighting for him, sticking up for him for the decisions he made. Yeah, that's one I gotta go back and watch now. Talking about it. It's been a while since I've seen that one. Troy 2, this time it's personal. Jim Henry. So have you two been sitting in silence the whole time before I showed up? What's going on
No.
here? Your live stream.
No,
No,
we've been talking.
No,
The live stream is so we gotta liven up the live stream. Shall I start playing an accordion right now to liven it up?
if you actually had an accordion, I'd be amazed.
And I have a monkey behind me. I could hand him some cymbals. You start clanging away.
I don't know, where is everyone tonight? I guess it's just one of those nights. I guess.
Yeah, but shouldn't it be this dead Thanksgiving week, not pre-Thanksgiving week?
Oh,
I guess everyone's just trying to get stuff ready before the holidays come up. I mean, I need to still do my Christmas shopping. I haven't got that done.
girl! It's not even Thanksgiving. You got Christmas lights up already, though.
I have my Christmas tree up. Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
What? It's not even Thanksgiving.
Savage.
Well,
in my day, we at least waited until after Thanksgiving dinner to fucking do this. Everybody is such a rush all the time for it.
See, in my day, if our family was lazy enough, we would put it up on Christmas Eve. and take
I
that
have
shit
done it.
down.
I have held out usually to about the week of,
And take that shit down in February.
Yes, yes. It's like we lived in the same house almost. Yes.
There were
No,
times we took
after
that shit down in
a
February.
couple days after New Year's, we take the Christmas decorations down.
I don't know. I don't. I'm one of those believers that Christmas should not intrude the entire month of November. I understand around Thanksgiving, but not the entire month of November.
No such luck when you go to the convenience stores and they have Christmas stuff
Yes,
already up.
I know. I know. Well, listen, I've been seeing Christmas commercials on television since the day after Halloween.
Oh God. I went the
Yep,
night
they
of Halloween to get 50% off candy and found Christmas gifts. I was like, you bastards! In my day, you could go a day or two after Halloween and get 50% off candy.
Yeah.
What's happening?
it's November 17th, Kronos.
It is the 17th.
So
God damn, this year's
next
going by
I
quick.
can't even pronounce that. Thanks, Mashuka.
Is that a combination of Thanksgiving and Hanukkah?
Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Hanukkah.
Thanks, Maka. Thanks a lot, Maka.
yeah, next Thursday will be Thanksgiving.
Jesus.
Well, not weekend. It's the Thursday. It's always on a Thursday.
Yeah, but technically, according to the government, it is a weekend because Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, everyone's off.
Fair enough.
Although I did work for this one prick one time where I had to go in on the Friday between those, between Thanksgiving and the Saturday. I had to go in on a Friday for like 4 fucking hours so this guy could keep the store open. It's like, you fucking prick.
I'm trying to decide if I want to make chocolate pudding pie or cheesecake for dessert this year.
You make any meals? Like,
Yeah, I do.
yeah?
Turkey, potatoes and gravy, cranberry sauce.
Oh, the standards, the Thanksgiving standards.
Yep, gotta have those.
See, I don't. I go against the grain.
But yeah, Black Friday is coming up.
All right,
And
but
so
how
is
how is anyone gonna buy Christmas gifts when all the fucking shipments are stuck in the harbor somewhere?
yeah, that's what I heard. Everything's backed up. So if you wanna, I always, if you haven't started your Christmas shopping already, I would do so right now.
My daughter profiteered this year well enough that like she got an airsoft gun, and then like a little after her birthday, we managed to locate a PS4. Is that where we're at now? PS4, PS5. Which one is it?
I think it's currently at 5. Thanks.
Okay, so we managed to get her a PS5, and Chris gave her this "Happy Birthday Christmas," and she's like, I was like,
Are people still having trouble getting a PS5?
yeah.
See, I
We
don't-
were lucky to get it because at what was it? It's a place they always make fun of when you try to resell your video games and they screw you
GameStop?
over. Thank you. Yeah. So we went to GameStop, and we asked if they had one. It's like, oh, we don't have any. And I was like, darn, DDP for that. And the guy kind of leans over, and so we lean in too. I'm like, is there a drug deal about to happen? He goes, so I'm leaning in because I'm curious. And he didn't want the whole store to hear it. He goes, we do have one in the back. It was only used for demo purposes, so we can't technically sell it as new. But it works just fine. We only had it on display for a while. And we're like, okay.
That would have been
So
funny.
that
if he-
3-year
if he had-
warranty cost about $500.
That would have been funny if he had a trench coat and he opened up both sides and there's nothing but
Dude.
fucking PlayStations on the inside of his trench coat.
Oh, hi, Jedi Dad. With more
So
beauty.
Jedi Doug. Oh,
I was
Jedi
about to
Doug.
tell my cat to come in here because he's supposed to be my emotional support cat.
All
And
right.
he's been
This is
terrible
what
this
says on IGN. Bots are ruining your chances of buying a PS5 or Xbox Series X this holiday. Here's what you can try to do about it. Well, good luck with that.
Well, that idiots are like buying it and then trying to sell it for way more. Like they're scalping
Yeah,
it.
they buy it in
Yeah, because people have been buying up so they know this time of year is coming, and that way people
you get
are
like
okay with
multiple
$200 extra.
consoles and then they raise up the price.
Yep. They do that with a lot, not just video game systems. They do that shit with a lot of things.
Mm.
Fortunately, we were able to get the PS digital, so like download games and whatnot to it, so we don't have to worry about buying tangible actual games for it. And
I don't, I
so,
don't, I don't know what they're up to. What they are up to 5 now, right? I'm very unsure because I haven't owned a console since the Xbox 360, so I don't know where everything lies at now.
oh, I'd have to call an expert, which is literally everybody in the house except me.
Okay.
Let's see who's in the So that's the PS5, right? Yes,
Because
that is the
360,
PS5. What are we up to on Xbox?
360 had some great games, but god damn, was that system a fragile piece of shit. If you looked at it wrong, it would start like
All right, right now Xbox has
acting
two
up.
different series out right now. Which is
Wait, so there's 2 versions
there's,
of the
I
new
think there's like a
Xbox.
Series S or something. Someone said at some point, and then like something else. Like literally, this house, everybody knows more about this shit than I do. That's why I was like, let's see who's in it. But yeah, because yeah, she's not as familiar with Xbox. PlayStation's more her thing. But like I could probably grab the other kid that lives here. Well, okay, he's like 22, but I've known him since he was 6. So to me, he's the other kid, and just be like, well, I changed it. Like, what did I miss? Jedi Doug. I changed it to piss off the NJWs. Honestly, they were comparing Jedi's to what? What? Oh, that's just fucking weird. You know what? No, I just can't with that. No. Nope. Nope. At least one of the Jedi's was green. And wasn't Samuel
Uh,
L. Jackson a
I
Jedi
was
as well?
I was just about to say, hey, Samuel L. Jackson, right?
Okay. So, yeah, and one of the Jedi's that wasn't in the movie, but I think was in the cartoon, that girl that looked like she had weird horns going off her head and down her shoulders.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what she falls under, but it ain't white.
I like the purple
Oh,
lightsaber.
She's
there
kind
was
of purple
also
and gray. She's like Periwinkle.
that guy with the dildo neck.
Oh yeah, and then there's Darth Maul, which is still a Jedi, but he's not a good Jedi.
But
He's
remember the guy who was sitting in on Samuel L. Jackson's meetings? There was the guy with the giant dildo neck. He wasn't
That's
white. He was like
yeah. So yeah,
greenish,
the fact
bluish.
that yeah, so that looks like a pretty inclusive Jedi club to me, but whatever.
Nah, white supremacist.
Sith Lord. That's what the Dark Jedi's are called.
No, when
Yeah, Darth
was
Maul was not a Jedi. He was a Sith Lord. Yeah.
no all right. There's certain scenes where Samuel L. Jackson is with the council, and there's that guy with the fucking giraffe neck. And we never got to see how badass he is as a Jedi, did we?
Live action? No, but probably on the animated
Oh, okay.
films. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I just don't know his name.
His name is Dildo Neck.
No.
Well, it is in my eyes. I call him Jedi Dildo Neck.
been a while since I watched the prequels of Star Wars too.
And somehow I always get drawn into Star Wars conversations. God.
Funny how that is.
And that's welcome.
Well, I guess when you talk to a bunch of people who are hardcore fucking Star Wars fans, yeah.
And I'm not really that hardcore of a Star Wars fan. I can't even tell you what kind of uh, um robot it is, like XYZ or something like that. I don't even know. I don't.
Okay, I have someone here who can update us on the Xbox situation.
Xbox,
Okay.
Xbox 360, Xbox One, and then Xbox One X and Xbox One S.
Xbox One X and One S is the current two. Okay, what he said.
Okay.
All right, so that's what we're up to because like
Oh.
nobody has the money to buy these new things, and so like my idea of playing video games, everybody's seen is Tetris. So like I'm no expert in this, and he said he hasn't had Xboxes. Xbox was just Xbox, and I
Since
don't think that's
360. Yeah, 360 was. I never owned the original Xbox. I had the 360.
Oh, okay.
No, I had I have the Super Nintendo, the PS2, the PS3, Xbox 360. Yeah, I need to get myself a PS4.
I borrowed the original Xbox from a friend of mine, and holy shit, you could beat someone. You could beat like 5 people to death with that thing. That thing was fucking huge. And fucking, oh my god. You could like clobber a rhinoceros with that thing.
That's debatable, but
First time he
okay.
said something
The very first one? Yeah, that thing was fucking huge. So what's the difference between the Xbox X and S? What's the difference?
I have no clue.
Xavier.
She has to call him back. Sorry, wait, no, you don't gotta call. You don't gotta call him back. Don't do it. I could just look
I
it up.
don't know.
It's fine.
So
I
we
could
have to
just look it
Google.
up.
I don't know.
Have you seen Dune? Yes, I have seen the new Dune movie.
No, not my thing. I didn't even see the original.
Okay.
It's
Dune is fastly becoming Star Wars because every fucking stream I'm on, like Dune.
it's good, but long.
Ugh. I don't have that kind of patience. I really don't.
I remember the first one was long, and I only know that because of when it used to be on TV, on regular
Take 2
TV,
days to get that through.
and you would look at yes, we used to have this thing back in the day, kids, called the TV Guide.
And TV guide, I love it.
And Dune would seem to take up half the page on the fucking
Ooh,
The 1980s version of Dune, to me,
Yep.
that was like more fast paced than the new one.
the Sting.
ooh.
Was this like also the only movie that Sting starred in?
Oh my god, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so we've got some
So let's say to those two.
It's Canadian Spider-Man.
Oh,
some really big pine chunks in there, and they've got a lot of sap. So they've got pitch, which basically is accelerant for the fire.
I'm a little bit concerned for his jacket catching on fire right now.
Moira Kitty! Moira, hey, thanks for joining us, Moira Kitty. Glad to have you here. And, you've got some...
What's up,
you've
Deep?
got a lot of stuff going on.
Hello, DJ
So,
Odyssey.
thanks for dropping in. I know you got a lot going on, and we...
Sorry, Deej.
Hey, Raquel. Raquel, Anti-Theory of Jill, I don't know at any point if you want to drop links for anybody that you know As long as you know them, feel free to drop links. Not like we've got a huge following, but you never know. But yeah, we got a pretty good fire going right here. Right? It's not bad.
Sure.
Um,
Just if he knows how to send the link to
I really didn't
the
have a plan.
StreamYard links
I
to
just
Jill,
thought
yeah,
I lit
you
the
can
fire a few hours ago. It's been going
message
for
me
a
that
while,
on Twitter if she wants.
and I just thought I'd light her up and see what happens. We did lose power. I did lose power. I did have a 10-minute stream earlier, but I fired up power within 2 minutes. I mean, it was good to go. But then my friends noticed that I had. I mean, there's no activity here. This is countryside. There's nothing going on. So as soon as I light a fire, friends from miles around could just come running, probably assuming that I lit something.
I'll come running with a good fire and some
Not
marshmallows.
this time.
Has
This
some
time,
s'mores.
okay. Nothing.
Makes me want to have
Unintentional was lit.
go light the fire pit.
This time.
It's like nice outside. It's 67
Yeah, so
degrees
that's
right now.
and so they came running.
You
and
lucky
I
fucker.
had shut the stream
See?
down for a
Oklahoma
while.
City,
You know, I
67
entertained
degrees.
my
What's the yep, 68 for me.
You know,
Nice.
I'm happy that they stopped
37.
Oh,
Dang.
God. I told you to get out of New York last year. I
And,
told you. Run.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? It could be 68 tomorrow.
Sure.
The way everything's been going here.
Yeah,
So
with
the pine
Oklahoma,
has
that's
the
also
pitch,
a remote
the
possibility.
sap in it,
I wonder what the weather's like tomorrow.
and pine also is just
What's the weather for tomorrow?
tend to burn a long while.
Says gonna be in the
makes it
60s,
burn hot.
61 tomorrow.
The burning hot is,
Oh, you're back in
Aw.
Texas now?
right?
Yeah, I am.
All right, so Wednesday. Oh, so okay, so tomorrow is going to be 67. Nice.
But anyway, I'll get rid of this light.
That's
Oh,
nice.
never
Supposed to be-
mind. It's supposed to be
Yeah, we'll put
in the
that
mid 70s later today.
Nice.
up. Thank you.
Oh wow, Saturday's going to be 72.
Rod,
Okay, alright. Stop complaining
sorry,
about your
sorry.
fucking high temperatures, okay? I got it.
we've got
Okay.
3 highways.
I'm refreezing my balls off here, okay? I got it. I'm sitting in the one room I can smoke in, and I can see the breath coming out of my mouth when I talk right now.
Oh,
It's the freaking forest fire.
And I'm indoors.
The forest fires.
I'm gonna turn that heater up.
Columbia was pretty
Oh my
much
goodness.
on fire summer. And so what happens is when the soil gets cooked and baked,
No, I have a Scully, a thermal,
because it
a
gets
hoodie,
and, it
and
can't
pants
get
on.
wet.
I'm bundled up right now. I'm
So
sitting here.
The rains hit. The rain just runs
that's your
off.
Jedi Bill for
Jedi Bill.
good. You believe in the unexplained. I don't know if I want to hear this
Well, and then
conversation. It's freaking
Number
me out.
Sluts or Super Bumperpuss says most comedians try to
Deed.
make it serious.
Moira's not ignoring you. She said hi.
Comedy is harder than
He
drama.
He thinks you're ignoring him, Moira.
Comedians are great actors. That's true.
Oh,
I agree,
I'm sorry,
100%.
DJ. No, I was,
Is
when I had
quite
the full
often
screen
harder,
or
but
when
they
when-
don't get
when
the
I can't
respect.
see the chat. I'm so
What
sorry.
is this? What? No, I'm not.
Hugs to you.
What? No, I disagree with you. It's
Yeah,
well,
I'm
I
sorry. I
never
wasn't trying to ignore you.
spoken of. You know
I
that.
turned. She didn't.
Thomas.
I'm
Dude,
sorry.
it's really cute you try to throw us off the scent. Like, we all know the reason that your
More is
computer
hotter when
camera
she's
faces
bored.
the way it does is because you got your like
No hugs.
up on the wall
Uninfected. What are you
facing
gonna do?
you.
Give me a computer virus?
I've seen it. Nina showed me.
No, there's nothing. There's
Your
nothing.
story. Turn the camera around.
No,
You won't do it. Oh yes, there's nothing in that tiny corner of the room.
There's a white wall in front of me. This is a laptop. It can't be moved. It can't be reasoned with.
Right? Yeah. No. Hey, I didn't
Use
say
the
I didn't
laptop.
say you didn't have an excuse in place not to show us your Twilight porn. I didn't say that.
Wait.
Hello, Moira Kitty. Meow.
Deej,
Me? Yeah.
you got it again? Didn't you get it last year?
I didn't realize that she And hello, Raquel.
Well, it could have been a false positive.
Oh,
Sometimes those tests would
howdy
give false
ho.
positives,
Raquel
and he could have
SSG
had
is in the
a
house.
different defect,
Oh,
and it
Uh,
could have come up.
sweet.
You got it again.
yeah, Moira's got her own live stream going on right now.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Got Raquel and.
Why don't we have a tree-way?
no,
Somebody else.
Oh my God, I
that's
can't.
live stream sniping. But it's okay. There's no. We're all friends.
Deej.
She
God
started
damn.
an hour earlier.
That fucking sucks, dude.
A little over an hour earlier.
Oh.
I didn't realize that she had set up a stream, and I'm happy to see her streaming.
Aw.
Hello.
It is true, Myra.
We're here to share the love.
Baby.
Aww.
Yeah.
It'd be funny. He'll share our
Sweet.
stream. We'll share his.
That
and
is
it'll be
sweet
a
like
big old
sugar.
Lu- Lucia Ball was another one who has.
Oh, Lucille
fine
Ball was
dramatic-
fine as fuck when she was like 25.
Who was a fine dramatic actor. And he also writes comedians
I
who
love
successfully
Lucy.
transitioned: Dick Van Dyke, Bill Murray, Jackie Gleason, Art Carney, Carol Burnett, Jerry Lewis, Jim Carrey, Whoopi Goldberg, Danny Kaye, on and on.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah, Danny Kaye. There's a guy you don't hear about too much. He was great
He's right.
back in the day. I'm not as familiar with his work as I am with some of the others
Nicole
of
Kidman
his
looks father
era.
with Lucy.
I really
Did
got
I
to get
fucking
more
miss something?
more up on Danny Kaye because he was legitimately very well respected and very well liked. Kronos, 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 I summon you.
That.
That's all you got to do is say it 3 times. You got to be looking in the mirror while you say that, Tom.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Then he appears behind you.
Hello, D. Odyssey.
Woo!
What's going on, man?
I'm raiding the street.
You're raiding the stream. Good to see you, man. How are you doing?
Don't
Up late
ask.
this morning.
Yeah,
Up early.
sleep. I can't sleep.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, pal. Is there a reason, or are you just
Kronos, they're summoning
just bored
you.
and wanting to
Yeah,
read
they
that
summoned you,
tree?
Kronos. They literally summoned you.
Oh, no.
Which one though? Do you got like the Wu Flu, the
They
Covidia?
threw the chicken bones in the circle.
What's going on?
They threw the chicken bones in the circle. It was like Kronos, Amada, Kronos.
And how are you handling?
It's
How are you
fucking
handling?
weird. Chicken bones. You
Is
silly.
it
You
hard?
know it's
Like,
supposed
are
to
you
be chicken
feeling it like a
feathers
bad
and
cold?
blood.
What is it?
It's slowly getting worse.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Deej.
Yeah, very sorry. Did they quarantine you, or self-quarantine you, or?
Oh, where he lives, he's like
I'm
quarantine
all by
himself.
myself. All lonesome.
Aw.
That sucks, but it's responsible.
Just like the good old days. You got sick, stay home.
Fuck, I had to take the bus today, and I gotta tell you, that's the
Hello,
only
Insanity. Welcome. I've never seen this name before.
I just want to take public transit.
Look,
Look at all those snot-nosed
Myra
kids.
sends hugs.
Oh.
Oh, hello, Insanity.
And
Welcome.
Now you have it.
How are
You're not
you doing?
supposed to touch people with COVID.
I
There we go. Complain that I hugged him.
Insanity. Welcome. I've never seen this name.
It doesn't
Anyone
sound
know?
familiar.
Insanity?
But hello to you.
Hello.
Well, I don't know. Like,
I'm always welcoming Insanity.
I'm not. I don't know if I'm super familiar with 30s music. 20s. There's some 20s music I like, and it may have been done in the 30s. Like Paul Whiteman. He
You mean all the hit tunes that were the bee's knees back in the day?
I'm tired. We just closed on selling the house, and we're moving to Texas next month. Nobody ever wants to go to Oklahoma.
No one wants to.
Well, it's a joke. 'Cause I always see people talking about moving to Texas.
Darius, I see you on Mead Radio. You should come over here with us.
Here's what?
Wait, what?
Who
Where's
invite-
that?
On Mead Radio in the live chat.
Wait, is everyone on this stream going on other people's streams, including the host? What's going on here?
Everybody's mingling. Oh, my let's see what's going on my TikTok. I gotta keep track of that.
Wait.
One person
Oh,
live on it? Wow.
Midnight's Edge.
Yeah,
Raquel.
Mead Radio.
Okay.
Okay, those videos aren't going great. They're not. Okay. TikTok is spicy. I'm gonna not get myself in trouble on it, just in case they can hear it. But some of that stuff, some of the like the parts of TikTok I hang out in is hilarious. I can't say what's about because like, oh, did you hear what YouTube and everything was doing? Like earlier today, I think there was closing arguments in a case that we won't talk about because
Oh yes, I've seen that on
yeah, they
Twitter.
started shutting down. I mean, this was like CNN's live
Oh,
stream. Everybody's
does
YouTube
the
is shutting
name
them down.
does the name rhyme with Brial Schmittenhouse?
It's so bad, but yes. But that's wild. Like even when that cop was being convicted of killing George Floyd, they didn't do that. I'm like, so that's wild that they did that.
Is it surprising?
I mean, a little bit. Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's weird because like even with the yeah, with the cop getting convicted, like they were preparing for all kinds of stuff, but um, they didn't like shut off the feed. So that's super weird that they did that. That whole
And look,
thing was circus. Like the
Moira,
judge was kind of okay, but kind of weird and like unorthodox. And that prosecutor was terrible. I think that prosecutor was doing it on purpose so they can declare a mistrial so havoc would ensue. Like he couldn't possibly be an experienced prosecutor and doing that. Like there's no way. At one point, apparently, and I'm hoping it's not true, but I saw something saying they even used like a picture from Roadhouse where uh,
oh
yes,
my god.
to
Oh my
to
god.
show an example of how somebody could have defended themselves without using a gun. And I'm like, please tell me this is not real. Please tell me they didn't actually use this.
It's
The
all
prosecution.
Patrick Swayze fighting moves.
I'm like, really?
High kick, spin kick. There you go.
I don't know, but that like I'm really hoping that prosecution didn't actually do that because they can't be taken this seriously. There's no way. And then when he was showing an example of a weapon, he held the weapon up, empty
Yep.
or not. Because, my dad used to say there's no such thing as an unloaded gun, and he was like this, and I don't know what he was trying to show an example of, but he was aiming it at the jury. The prosecution did this.
Yep.
Like, not even warning them. Not even, like, saying, hey, as an example, this, and, I mean, it still wouldn't be a good idea, but at least
Didn't we
explain,
just
hey.
learn this lesson a month ago from the Alec Baldwin situation?
Oh, people have been making memes of that. They've been putting Alec Baldwin's face on the prosecutor's body. Yes. Yes, they did. But yeah, I mean, the prosecution has got to be fucking this up on purpose so they can get some kind of mistrial so they can just let havoc ensue. I think they are. I mean, they couldn't possibly. Like, no matter what side on this I am, I could do a better. Yes, Insanity. He had his finger on the fucking trigger and everything. Like, where is your trigger discipline, bro? No. And the defense also was holding a weapon, but he knew not to have his finger on the bloody trigger, and he wasn't aiming it at the jury. Like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I mean, no matter what side I'm on with Kyle Rittenhouse, either side, I could have done a better prosecution case. Like, I could have done so much better. It probably would have involved his mother involved getting in it too because, like, let's put all politics aside. What kind of parent lets their underage child go into a war zone? Like, right there is a better argument than anything the prosecution has coughed up.
Well, just like everything else that happens in these cases, it's all hindsight, and it doesn't help anything.
I, man, I'm worried about my daughter just going to hang out with a couple of friends to go to the mall. Okay? Like, how this woman thought it was okay for her 17-year-old to go into a war zone is insane. Like, no. Even the adults weren't coping well with this. Why would you send your child? Are you kidding? I wouldn't send my daughter in.
No, I
No way.
wouldn't
I
either.
would not
But
send my daughter there. She could be
I wouldn't
25 and
either.
I'd tell her to stay the hell home.
Then again, if my child also wanted to go out and burn a city down and riot, I'd strangle him. I'd be like, nah.
Oh, did you ever see that footage of that one mom who caught her kid rioting, and she grabbed him by the collar, started dragging him, smacked him
Yep.
in the head, said, "We don't
Yeah.
act like that." Like,
Yep.
That would be me. That would be me with my daughter if she did that. Like, I don't get me wrong, I don't mind going out and holding up signs and protest. They even tell someone to go fuck themselves. Sure. But I would not have my kid involved.
No, see, you know what? I used to be that way. Like, if you're gonna go out and protest, yeah, whatever. But now, when these motherfuckers want to sit on the highway and block traffic, now I'm like, yeah,
Well,
fuck all
here in
you.
Oklahoma, I don't know. We passed a law like virtually unnecessary because I've only seen one instance where people were blocking the highway. The rest of the time, they have a designated area. Like one of the protests I went to, they got a permit basically to protest near the county jail, and they had these Jersey barriers up so traffic couldn't come through, so cars and people would not come into contact with each other. And they filmed stuff. They yelled their grievances and whatnot. They were asked to disperse around 10:30, so they had given like an hour warning that curfew was going to kick in, and they dispersed. The only people that stuck around were the kind of little punk kids that you see on TV causing problems. There was only like 3 or 4 of them. One was even like walking off with a bag of sand, and the reporter's like, "I have no idea." But that was about it. There was just a couple of stragglers trying to.
Oh
Be seen on
yeah, I
TV.
remember you
The real
showing me.
protesters went home. Like I
I remember you showing me the bag of sand thing. Yeah, I remember
Exactly. So like Oklahoma doesn't go down like a lot of places do. I have a reason to believe that either A, Oklahoma's just better than that, or B, a lot of what we see on TV is bullshit. Like, I'm not saying it's damage
it
doesn't
could be a
done,
bit of
but it's
column
probably
A
more
and column
orchestrated.
B.
Because here, people have had plenty of reason to be pissed off for the stupid shit that goes on in Oklahoma, and they still don't act like that.
But I'm saying it could be a bit of column A and column B together.
It could. It could. That is possible. But, like, both times that I've gone to the BLM things, like, the only thing that was out of pocket was somebody who apparently was parked quietly and tried to rush through a crowd of people. And that part of the road, roads were blocked off. You have to go past the county jail to around this corner to head out. And that part was open so people could go in and out, and also in case like any emergency, like fire or ambulance needed to come through the area, they could. But it was supposed to be blocked off. And somebody apparently was in a truck and tried to hit a crowd of people. And they were in their properly designated protesting areas. That truck had no right to do that. They whizzed past me. If I had been over near that group a few minutes prior, they could have hit me had I been over there. Like, and I was just filming. But even though I felt 85, 95% likelihood that everything was going to be fairly chill, I still didn't take my kid. Of course, she didn't really want to go. She doesn't get involved. She doesn't get involved in that sort of thing. That's not really her thing right now. But even if she had asked, just in case something might got out of pocket, I wouldn't have my daughter there. No. So sending your son to like something that is currently a war zone is insane.
No.
Like, he's not even old enough to join the military hardly. Well, I mean, he is now, but this happened when he was 17. Like, no.
I mean, granted, I will give him a personal medal for taking out a pedo. I'll, give him props for that.
Yeah, I think everybody should be at least also upset that a felon had a gun, the pistol. Like, I feel like that should matter. Like, granted, there was no way that the young man could have known their 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 rap sheet, so he did not know like what if they had ever done anything prior. So we can't really necessarily go, hey, we got one. I mean, he didn't knowingly do so, like, but I saw the guy on the stand. He like literally said that like, you know, he was like this, and he did not raise it until he raised his. Like he admitted that on the stand, and you just see like the prosecution is like,
Mm.
I'm like, oh my. And so, like, it's very wild. The whole situation is very wild, and it all, honestly, like I said, all politics aside, all could have been avoided if a mother had put her foot down and said, "No, young man, you are staying your ass home."
Yeah,
I mean, honestly,
I would send my
17-year-olds
kid
do
out
not
to that
belong
shit.
in grown folk business like that. Pure and simple.
I mean, I wouldn't let my kid go out into shit like that. But
Nope,
that's
neither.
just me.
I mean, even if he's there to try to help, that's nice and everything.
But still, I ain't gonna shed no tears.
Maybe in a couple of years, but
I ain't
not.
gonna shed. I ain't gonna shed no tears for the multiple time convicted sex offender. So
Don't I don't really blame you because like he really should not even like be out of jail if he's done it. And apparently, according to something I saw, one of the girls was 11.
yeah, exactly. So
I can understand the situations where someone say they're 16 and they look 25 and you don't know. Like
yeah, you're not
there
gonna
has
say
been
she was
times where
11,
you
but
got
she
someone
looked
who's
like
like
she was
15 and they
20,
look
bro.
like this.
It's like she's
You
11.
know?
He's like, dude, it's like, no, I thought she was 20, bro. It's like,
There's
yeah,
some that
no.
will absolutely pass for it, and that I get. 11, come on, no. 11 years old, legal. I no. But either way, though, like the prosecution, like I think they're trying to throw the game, so to speak. Like I think they're doing it because they know if there's a mistrial, all havoc will happen. So
Uh,
they probably don't know if they can win or not. Like I could do a better case. Like let's because I don't want to like start a hoopla in the audience or for whoever might be watching and may not like this. Let's say hypothetically I'm on Kyle's side. I could still run a better prosecution case against him than what this prosecutor's doing. And I wouldn't have pointed a gun at the jury either. No.
Moira, I'll be back in a minute, okay?
But yeah, like I said, I think a lot of the havoc could have been avoided in general if parents had told their kids to stay the hell home. I mean, some of these protesters can't be much. A lot of them don't look like they could be much more than 22. There may be some. But even if my daughter was like 22 and she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go out into this mess," I'll be like, "You fucking think so? You're gonna go out there and find her tires flat?" Like, no, you're not. No, I ain't ready to lose you yet. Nope, you're not. Nope. I feel it's my job to look after her and make sure she's safe. So the day I die. So some mom sending her 17-year-old. Well, she went with him apparently. Like I didn't know she went with him, but apparently that group he got separated from the group. Don't get separated from your group. For real. For one, don't even. If you feel the situation is dangerous enough that you need to carry a gun, do not get separated from your group. That is dumb. Dumb. Don't do that. Anyway, but yeah, it showed his mom. She had like this Walmart tank top. She looks like I'm not even trying to be a dick when I say this, but she does kind of look like those like clips of the people at Walmart. She kind of looks like that. So she had like cut off jeans, or cut off shorts, like jean shorts or some kind of shorts. Weapon strapped across her front, and a tank top that was ill-fitting. I'm like, But still, she somehow lost track of her son in this crowd, in this mess. Like, I mean, if she wanted to herself to go down there and patrol or whatever, she's old enough to do so, I guess. But I would have left my kid at home. Like, you ain't even old enough to join the military without my permission. You ain't going in. Like, I don't know if they got some kind of rite of passage or some shit, but no. No. And now this kid is facing God knows what, because even if they do find him not guilty, this shit's still gonna follow him for a long time. Like, he'd have to go to another country. Like, he's gonna catch crap wherever he goes for a very long time, because this has become such a mess. And so, yeah. I think that's called the Tomb Raider look. I can tell you right now, she did not look like Angelina Jolie. No. I'm not even trying to body shame, I'm just being honest, like, no. Like the people of Walmart gone militant, it's kind of what it looked like a little bit. I mean, I get the idea of, I mean, I don't know, I mean, I kind of sort of do. But, I mean, I get that people are, like, wanting to, like, patrol to see if they can, like, chill stuff down, but if people are in the mood to riot, this isn't really going to deter them. Obviously, because it didn't. Had the city and the state got their shit together and found a way to try to manage the situation, nobody would probably be out patrolling anyway. So, and now from what I hear, they're going to deploy like maybe a few hundred National Guard troops to that area before the verdict. I'm like, yikes. So that's, yeah, that's a lot of mess. And the media feeds this shit so much. They get people so riled up about stuff that goes on. Now, don't get me wrong, we should be riled up by injustice. Do not get me wrong. But they will play it again and again and again, get people as mad as they possibly can. And then when a trial happens, they will 24 hours a day bombard you with every single detail and get people more and more mad. And even before even a verdict is in, they got people so mad, so, like, yeah. Because the media just wants, drama gets clicks, it gets views, you know? I miss the days when once in a while the news would report something cute and nice happening. We should have more of that.
Like what?
Nope. Oh, how much the media has said this shit.
No, I mean like when they try to promote cute media shit, like what? Like Disney
Well, like,
Plus Day? It's Disney Plus Day.
no, I don't know, uh, like when a kid has a lemonade stand so he can help raise money to buy his neighbor a wheelchair, cute things like that. Like that would be nice. A little more of that, or a bike accident happens and the person's not badly hurt, but everybody comes together to help try to get him out from under the car. Like good positive things once in a while would be fucking nice. But no, they want to bombard everybody with as much drama as fucking possible every step of the way. And
But
they
then
incite
give
it.
us
Now, don't get me wrong.
then
Huh?
give us Disney Plus Day though. That's their gift to us.
But the media loves hatred. They love hate. They love violence. It gets clicks. It gets views. And it helps just inflame people more. Now, if injustice is happening, people should be inflamed. Absolutely. Do not get me wrong. But it's like the media encourages as much flame as they possibly can. People can be quite pissed off on their own. They don't necessarily need to have water thrown on the grease fire just to make it.
But you're around the same age as me, Moira. You know that it's always been that way with the media.
It didn't used to be as bad. It's worse now than it ever was.
I mean, you did
And
live through
it
the
doesn't help, and
OJ trial.
it doesn't help that our elected officials are doing stupid ass shit, and letting stupid shit happen.
You
And
did
then
live through the OJ trial like I did, so
barely remember it, dude. I was like 12 or 13. I
yeah,
barely remember.
I remember it vividly.
Well, I mean, one of the classrooms was playing the end of the trial. It was like math class next door to the class I was in. The class English I was failing. You know, it's like English.
There was an NBA playoff game going on when the white Bronco chase was happening,
Yeah, I
and
vaguely remember that. 'Cause I didn't. Well,
they
I didn't really
had
pay attention to that part because I didn't realize what a big deal that situation was.
they had picture in picture of live footage while the NBA playoff game was going on. They had picture in picture footage of the slow Bronco chase.
Well, the slow Bronco chase looks like we can get him for reckless driving.
Well, it also wasn't him; it was his boy driving.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, it was his buddy.
AC,
And he was in the back seat. That's right. I
his
forgot.
boy AC.
I forgot about that part. Holy. Oh.
Yeah, they actually like breaking
It's been
news
years.
during an NBA playoff game. They
What a
had
time for it.
it going on.
People are
It's
sitting here
like,
going like this, trying to watch both. Like, oh my back. Oh my back. Oof.
and then right before that, just a few years before that, we had the Rodney King trial. And
Yeah,
they were
like.
always trying to stoke the racial animosity.
Well,
They were
it
always
did
trying to
not.
stoke the
I must
flames.
admit, it did not help that freaking. Why is it showing my profile or my thumbnail picture of the moon? I don't know why it's showing that because that's not the picture I picked for this stream. That really
Really?
annoyed me. No, it was Susan B. Anthony saying, I so distrust people who say that God wants them to do things because so often it aligns with their own personal desires. Because darn if that's not the truth. Anyway, but that's the profile pic I picked. So that's why I'm sitting here looking at this. That's all you retweeted. I'm like, what? Oh my back.
How would that name? How would that name suit for a drag queen? Susan B. Anthony.
That sounds more like a drag king. A woman dressing as a man. Because Susan is being Anthony.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Susan
You
really
said
B.
drag
Anthony.
queen. Drag queen is when a male tries to dress as a woman.
That's what I'm saying, though. Because Susan really B. Anthony. B-E, the word.
I get that part. You don't explain that part. I got it. Thank you.
Dun-dun-dun.
Well, lots of hugs, DJ. I hope you have nice dreams.
Have a good one, Deej.
Oh, I have to lay it down and see my back. Oof. Oof. That's smudges on my glasses. What's going on in here? My is fine, not the What shall we do? Should we end the stream and like I can show you all the Orville if it's available? Actually, I'll check.
I just asked Darius to come over.
Oh, well, he can still come over. Like, even if the stream's ended, we can still watch it Orville.
Oh.
Yeah. Just for the streaming doesn't mean the party's over. Well, let me see. Let me look around and see if I even have that. So, I was about to watch a silent movie the other day and then just kind of paused it and then went back to it. Oh, that helped me spell that hard.
What do you
Darn it,
have?
on Amazon they want me to pay for it so they get buffed off of that. Let's try Netflix. See if Netflix has it. I don't really watch a lot of TV, but we have access to a lot of TV. Space Force, that's the closest thing to Orville they have. So,
I'm
Netflix,
listening
Yall,
to Need Radio right now. I like the songs that he picks out, but except for this one song. What was the song called again? Orgasmo.
that sounds inappropriate. Alright.
Orgasmo was a movie by the South Park guys.
Yeah, some guy wearing a pink leotard. From what I could see on the thumbnail.
Bob, shut up. Bob's meowing for no good reason other than he wants to go back outside. Okay, I have found Orville and it's on Hulu. So, yeah, you can watch it. It's just so funny. DJ is very sick. Hope he'll feel better. Then you take a sledgehammer. Kronos, you booger. Anyways, so, alright, everybody. It's been 2 hours. I am really
Wait.
surprised that I was on that long. Yeah.
Yeah.
My rib hurts. My rib didn't hurt. Anyway, but hugs to all. We hope DJ Ozzy feels better. So many hugs to the 5 people who are watching. Dr. Who all. Jim Henry. Vanity. Rebecca said meow, and I forgot to meow back. Oops. Jedi Doug, pretty much everybody. We love you all. And, oh, and yeah, I'll definitely, when I get that wheelchair, I have to put a tweet out. Thank you. Our favorite Catman, Dee Myers. Love. Yeah. Mwah to everybody.
Laters.
Have a good one.
Mwah.